Hey people, Ingrid here, 1v1, Gerillo's Forge, blue side, the great Cornholio with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero, powerful battlefield manipulation, and can hurt you pretty bad too. Funny hat. Up against on the red side, Harmony, with an Eldar Farseer support hero that fights in melee combat, powerful buffs, debuffs, and control abilities. This is the Oathway DLC. Looking all fancy like. Double heretics here for Cornholio. Expected, I think, on this map. You usually fight pretty spread out over here with the all contested VPs. Looks like the Sorcerer is going to meet some Dire Avengers in the center. There's the Doom Bolts. Should have stayed in cover right where they were, I think. They did take a tiny amount of damage there. CSM were coming in and forced them to retreat. We do have Howling Banshees for Harmony. There's the second Heretic squad. And the camera freaking out, as it does on this map. For some reason, something up with the height map around these areas. 482 to 500. There's that single cap for Harmony. 1-to-1. Looks like it's going to be Heretics to make it a 2-to-1. You'd expect a Shuriken here from Harmony, although double Rangers would be fun to see. I now want to see double Rangers. Can we have double Rangers, please, Mr. Harmony? Or Miss Harmony, whatever it is. Good Doom Bolts on those Banshees. They were just standing there and got hit. Some Tzeentchian worship. CSM joining the Sorcerer there. I expect we're going to see vestments of the warp from the Sorcerer, because Harmony's going to get a Shuriken or Rangers or something that's going to facilitate that or make that very attractive. Farseer gets on the southwest. Banshees not really wanting to engage early on. I mean, they've been caught isolated a few times. It is a Shuriken cannon first for Harmony. Power bash here by Cornholio. Maybe could have gotten this a minute or so earlier. Deals with the Banshees though again with the Doom Bolts. They're not doing well, those Doom Bolts, those Banshees. Dire Avengers now trying to get some requisition point action. Heretics get an aspiring champion. That guy is a Chaos Marine with a chainsword and bolt pistol. Do not mess with him. You can mess with the other fellas, they'll die quite easily. But he is quite a fearsome fighter in tier 1. Makes the other Heretics better too, since he raises their health, which in turn makes their Doom Blast more effective in terms of damage. Doom Blast does a percentage of the health of the unit that gets exploded. So as the Heretics level up, they do more and more Doom Blasting. You know, they get better at exploding. I'm not sure how they pass on that knowledge since they're exploded. Banshees with the aspect of fleetness, using their mobility to try and get a nasty flank there would have been nice. But though CSM gets away, Cornholio spotting the threat. Vestments of the warp on the way. Shuriken spotted, I suppose. What was that? Harmony had something else on the way. It's Rangers now though. I think another Shuriken was on the way there very briefly. It's like your 1-1-1 build, I suppose, for Eldar. Banshees, Shuriken, Rangers, used with some good micro and timing, can be incredibly effective. Noise Marines for Cornholio, not Raptors. Gone for some Noise Marines. Noise Marines can put some micro pressure on the player because Cacophony knocks down everyone. You need to be careful with your positioning. It's usually the best idea just to pressure the Noise Marines, because if they do use Cacophony, it means they're at least not firing and can be knocking down allies too. So if you see them marauding towards you like here, although can't see them because they are infiltrated, they're going to be suppressed for a second, but they will get that first burst off, which shuts down the Guardian weapon team there. There's a Cacophony. Forced it out of them. Might have to just kind of sacrifice the Banshees in the fights to make that happen. And then Rangers can take pop shots at those Noise Marines. I still want to see some more Rangers here. Against the Noise Marines, they'll be pretty good. And the Sorcerer can't teleport on all of them. Farseer being chased all the way back here by the Heretics. Are they going to Doom Blast? It's risky to Doom Blast here because, as you see, they're kind of spread out. It could be the model right at the back that Doom Blast. I think it was, but they still got the Farseer. Banshees now come flying in, set up by the kinetic pulse. Beautifully done by Harmony. Chops them up. And they run the hell away. Really good play there. Great timing on that kinetic pulse. Noise Marines again. Look at the damage they do when those models bunch up like that. That's really painful. Rangers getting shots in. No grenades to threaten them here. They're able to shut down the Dire Avengers. They did take a lot of damage though. What was that? A Doom Blast again? Yep. Heretics run away. Sword of Flame up. You saw Coruscating Flame there on those Heretics, allowing them to do damage over time to anything that's nearby. Rangers will get some free shots here. Yep, and Guide is on them from the Farseer, boosting damage and range. That's like 3 or 4 unanswered shots and another one. He's had enough as the Chaos Sorcerer gets in there. Kinetic pulse to his face. Doesn't have the energy for a Doom Bolts. Farseer wants a special attack here. There it is. Sends them flying, breaking pipes. But she's going to be off the field, I think. Gets the Guide up before she retreats, though. Not wanting to risk a model loss on those CSM. They get out of there. Dire Avengers capping stuff. Yep. 417, 414. Very even. Tier 1. Some good play from both players. Sorcerer there consuming some Heretics, which makes them bark some venerations to Chaos, apparently. Doom Bolts. Those guys in cover should be okay. There we go. Mostly just the Shuriken platform itself that was actually in cover there, though, I think. Banshees get the cap. Exarch is queued up. More consuming of Heretics there. What is Rangers up to? Getting themselves into trouble is what they're doing. Maybe they were looking for those infiltrated worshipping Heretics there. Good kinetic pulse. Need to keep moving though, those Rangers. They are off the field now. Shuriken will set up, but so much damage put onto those poor Banshees. Noise Marines. They hurt. These fellas hurt. It's hard. It's been hard for Harmony to deal with them really effectively. He's taken damage. Quite a lot of damage every time they've tangled with the Noise Marines. Try and get the Farseer in on them, I think, is the best case scenario. Because if Cornholio cacophonies, then it's only knocking down the Farseer. She could already use her Guide and stuff, get some damage in, and then the Banshees can try and flank around, pick off units that are away from the cacophony. Hard to set up that kind of thing. Farseer tying up some CSM now. Gets the special attack, which knocks down some Heretics that were coming in. Sorcerer comes in though. Deals with the Guardian Weapon team. Banshee's there to try and counter-initiate. Coruscating Flame put on himself. And will do a lot of damage to those Banshees now. Farseer does get away okay. And did retain the VP for a little bit there, Harmony. Being retaken though by Cornholio. Both players tier 2. We might see a Blood Crusher because of the Banshees not having aspect of strength. Nope, it's Plague Marines immediately wanting to combat, or rather dissuade Harmony from getting the Falcon up. I want to see some Dark Creepers out from Harmony here. Saving up a lot of resources. Maybe it's a Wraith Lord here. Dark Flames. Poor Shuriken. Always some kind of fire going on. Heretics get away with a single model. There's the cacophony. Heretics moving in for some reason. They're going to get knocked over themselves and chopped up. That was a misplay, I think, from Cornholio. Did get the Doom Blast and they do get away. I guess, what else are they going to do? Stand there and shoot their pistols? I would have, probably. Wait for the rest of the stuff to come in here. Keeps them on the field at least. 336 to 414. Sorcerer using the teleport to try and get onto the Rangers, but they are now infiltrated thanks to the Hollow Fields, or Pathfinder gear more specifically, which allows them to infiltrate and use Hollow Fields. 327, 414, CSM with Eternal War capping mid. Doing a good job, Harmony, for the most part, keeping these Rangers at maximum range. It's hard to do when the enemy hero can teleport, of course. But other than sending them up over here earlier on, they've been kept at a decent range most of the time. Banshees again feeling the pain of this sonic blaster. This thing is doing really well for Cornholio. I don't think I'd bother transitioning into the Blastmaster here. This thing is doing some work. Rangers continue to get shots in. CSM now have an aspiring champion, and it's Wraithguard for Harmony. Was not expecting that. Could get two of them up. Farseer with the Gravity Blade on the way. There's Guide on the Shuriken, but everything's out of the firing arc now, or just shot blocked. Could see a grenade. There it is on the Heretics. Dodged by Cornholio. Nice idea though by Harmony, which is a little bit too close. Shrine of Tzeentch up for Cornholio. Likes to use these things, and it's being worshipped, so it's going to shoot those Doom Bolts out a little bit quicker. Wraithguard will make short work of it, of course, if they can get over there. We'll see how they do. Cornholio has spotted them. Doesn't try to tie them up immediately. Maybe waiting for the teleport again. There's Coruscating Flame on the CSM, then sends them into melee combat. Banshee's baiting them out, allowing the Wraithguard to get shots in. There goes the Sorcerer off on some Dire Avengers. Kinetic Pulse gets him out of there. Shrine is still up, but here come the Wraithguard. And they do have their Spirit Seer Warlock Feather to boost their speed, and I think boost their vision. Here we go. How many volleys does it take? That was one volley. So it's like 1.5. And down goes the Shrine. 22 red for taking out the Shrine, eh? Farseer gets her levitation, but does go down in the meantime. It's a good hit though with that thing. Blastmaster is up for Cornholio, getting shots on the Wraithguard. Some fierce fighting on the mid. Don't think I can remember the last time this map. Just constant fighting on the central VP. Not much action on the flanks here. That could be Harmony kind of playing into Cornholio's hands here, not using the mobility perhaps as much as they could. Although sacrificing a unit means you're going to lose the mid more often, I suppose. Going to be a 2-1 for Harmony. There it is. 3-2-3 to 3-4-1. Still very even. Cornholio goes tier 3. Could be looking to what? You wouldn't get a Predator tank, I don't think. Maybe saving up for a Great Unclean One, but that is kind of far away here. We will see. Perhaps they'd have the red for Terminators if there's a particularly gruesome engagement. Banshee's getting in on the CSM. CSM using their Slaughter ability there, which boosts their damage and allows them to switch between melee weapons. Pretty useful for when Banshees get in on you and suddenly you draw out your chainsaws and actually do some serious damage. Rangers get the cap, now start shooting at Plague Marines. There's no vehicle for them to shoot at, but they are still a very useful unit. Durable, some damage over time, and soak up a hell of a lot of damage. Doom Bolts flies out. Plague Marines do drop on model here. Not sure if this is worth it, this particular usage of them. They're drawing fire, but for no particular reason. I guess they are doing some damage to the Shuriken. And Dark Flames could finish them off. Are they going to get away? Looks like they'll be okay. Looks like they got out of there. Wraithguard can hear the worship. They can see the worshipping heretics. Now turning to engage the CSM. I thought the CSM were going to continue into melee, but they were waiting for the Sorcerer. Now the CSM are kind of out of position, but Cornholio kind of makes it work. Dire Avengers using their Embolden ability. Grenade goes out. Oh, Cornholio a bit late there. Did not notice the energy go down. 2-5-4, 3-4-1. They got away without dropping model at least. Here come Howling Banshees. The Exarch dual-wielding power swords over there. She does like, what is it? Almost 54 power melee DPS by herself. Just the Exarch. Haven't seen a lot of flanking from the Banshees. Would like to see them try to get in around a bit more. especially perhaps utilizing some hollow fields to do so. Tier 3 now for Harmony. Cornholio still hasn't purchased anything. Seems like it's going to be the Great Unclean One here. I don't think we'll see a Fire Prism, because the Sorcerer can do warp shenanigans with Plague Marines and make short work of one. Farseer gets in again. What's the DPS of this thing? 65 DPS melee, not bad. Since it has a pretty nice AoE ability, which is a disable and damaging thing. CSM using Slaughter. Should have closed from melee, I think. They're doing some good damage regardless. Dire Avenger's backing away. Shuriken holding down the mid with some rangers. Grenade. Solid hit on the Plague Marines, but they just get back up again. Looks like they'll be okay. And capping mid are the Dire Avengers. Here comes a Great Unclean One for the Great Cornholio. Harmony also floating resources like crazy. We could see an Avatar versus Great Unclean One dust up here. Cornholio will have the advantage of being able to warp that guy around, remember. Has that global ability that warps a unit to the Sorcerer's location. So it could just send the Great Unclean One like into base or something. Kill some stuff, warp it out. Might be worth doing. 205, 341, there's the single cap. And yeah, Harmony must be getting the Avatar here. Must be. It's 1-to-1 cap. Sorcerer gets in on the Wraith Guard. Not sure why they were so far forward there. But we see the Farseer do her thing. We've lost the indicator of her, so not always easy to spot her running around. Killed a bunch of heretics, for sure. Blast Master might get a good shot. Decent shot. Those Wraith Guard are actually quite sped up over there. Double cap for Harmony. Here's the Great Unclean One though. Super unit for Chaos. Passively damages nearby units. Can also hit you pretty hard in melee combat with this weapon over here. Some nasty abilities too. Could see the Foul Snare on the Farseer. And some vomit for the Banshees. Maybe there is the Foul Snare. Some damage, a pull, and a stun. And there's the Nurgle Vomit stuff. That was quite a big hit. Didn't even hit all the models there. Did a chunk of damage. It is an Avatar for Harmony. A bit late, but it's on the way. Great Unclean One might march into base here. Triple cap for Harmony. Plague Marines taking the northeast back. Has anyone lost a unit? I don't think so. Both players preserving their stuff pretty well. Is it going for base, or is it going to bash power over here? Double cap for Harmony. Sorcerer teleports mid to try and grab it. Yeah, power bashing Great Unclean One. Not as fast as you maybe think he would bash the power over there. It's a good 8 or 9 hits required. CSM are level 2. Plague Marines are what? Still level 1, hey? Blastmaster comes back to the mid. Might be the focus of the Rangers. We do have a Bright Lance now from Harmony. Wraith Guard will also do a hell of a lot of damage to this guy. Triple cap now for Cornholio. Using the Great Unclean One to keep things away from VPs as they were capped up. And of course, bash the power. Here's the Avatar. Super unit for Eldar. Passively buffs nearby allies with like suppression immunity and some other things. Pretty damn useful. Gets in on the Great Unclean One. Does a massive amount of damage with that Wailing Doom Sword, as you might expect. Unlike the Great Unclean One, this guy actually does splash damage per hit too. And also has some very nasty abilities that you can set up with other Eldar shenanigans. I imagine Cornholio is just going to teleport this guy away when he gets in trouble. Going into base. Taking a lot of damage here. And then is warped away to safety. All the way to HQ to heal up. Power here is uncapped. Haven't seen a lot of... Oh, Banshees were here just bashing something. Gonna say I haven't seen a lot of action on that power. Nice flank in. Oh, Tome of Subjugation. Subjugating the Banshees is bad news for Harmony. That could be a game-winning ability over there. Looks like they were dodged. In future engagements, watch out for that. Banshees now on the end of Harmony's roster, joining the Eldar again. 107 to 239. Harmony able to get out and cap. Nothing coming to the southwest though. We got a shrine over here being worshipped. Avatar with those burning footsteps. Pretty awesome model on this guy. I mean, I talk a lot about how awesome the Great Unclean One looks. The Avatar also pretty amazing looking. Did such a great job with the models in this game. Harmony capping up some more stuff. Here comes the response from Great Cornholio. The Great Unclean One is healed up here. Wailing Doom maybe. Yes, nope. That attack didn't seem to hit anyone. That was weird. No damage was done to the CSM there. There's a cloud of flies from the Great Unclean One. Here's Wrath of Cain. And Cornholio is bunched up around it. Boom. Big damage to the heretics. Suppression as well. Plague Marines are getting shots on. Well, that's a lot of stuff to shoot at the Great Unclean One. Sorcerer needs to tie up the Wraith Guard. There we go. Avatar might want to move away. Is that Armor of Fortune? It is. Massive Armor of Fortune glow on the Avatar there. Needs to walk away, I think. Needs to back away. Oh, very much needs to walk away. These are Mark of Zinch CSN. They will do a lot of damage to an Avatar. Farseer trying to keep them controlled. On her back though, because of the Plague Marine explosion. Yeah, the Avatar's going to go down. Took too long to get that guy out of there, I think. 50 hit points. Can it survive? No. Goes down. I don't know what killed it. What was that last hit? Was it a Inferno Bolt? It might have been. 63 to 235. Big blow for Harmony. Has a lot of resources though. And the Sorcerer is down. And Harmony still has tons of VPs. 63 to 235. What is that? Oh, it's Circle of Summoning. Spawning Bloodletters will also allow nearby units to reinforce. You see the Heretics reinforcing here. Pretty nice globals. Got some awesome globals, the Sorcerer, I think. Maybe the best in the game, I think. I mean, all of them are good. Got Sorcerer with his Warp, Dark Flames, Circle of Summoning. Got some awesome stuff. What is this? It's Dire Avengers capping. What does Harmony get here? Does have a Eldritch available. Maybe some Seer Council out. Seer Council and Dark Reapers would do pretty well against Cornholio's roster here. Harmony needs to make a decision. Has the 2-to-1 cap, but needs to spend those resources. I think I'd avoid Fire Prisms. Just too much of a risk with the Sorcerer teleporting those Plague Marines around, potentially. Grenade gets rid of the Noise Marines there. Farseer ready to face all attackers in the mid. Sorcerer teleports the Great Unclean One to him, which means it's on cooldown, I suppose. I'm not sure what the cooldown is. Cloud of Flies misses everything. There's the levitation field. Is it going to kill these heretics? They're not retreating. No, did a big chunk of damage to them though. Farseer now taking a lot of damage from the Great Unclean One. Subjugated Banshees. Oh, did they get infected by the Cloud of Flies in the end? Ouch. Banshees tearing through those Dire Avengers there. I believe they get a damage buff while they are subjugated. And they are immune to damage or something as well. It's pretty nasty. It does disable your Sorcerer. 39-217 single cap here for Cornholio. Finally, Harmony gets something else on the field. It's another Avatar. I would have gone for something else. Fire Dragons, Dark Reapers, Seer Council. mix it up a bit. Give yourself more opportunities to flank. Farseer leaves the VP. It's a single for Cornholio still. Great Unclean One proving to be a big old problem, as you may expect. It's pretty great and unclean. Wraithguard might be able to get a volley off here. Kind of. They have Wraithbone. Maybe some guide for those Wraithguard fellas, maybe? Maybe it's 60 energy. Maybe she can't use it yet. There we go. There's the guide. No, it's only 40, I think. Maybe it was just on cooldown. Tanking those Blastmaster hits. Farseer trying to get over there, but eats a foul snare. Pulls you with his intestines, the Great Unclean One. Here comes an Avatar now. Stab. Big old stab to the Great Unclean One. Howling Banshees level 2. Amazing that they're still alive and still only level 2. Sorcerer capping level 3, that fellow. What about the Farseer? She's level 4. Wraithguard doing some good work here. Dire Avengers should be on the cap though, I think. Someone should be on the cap. Maybe the Rangers. Yep, Dire Avengers are now capping. More Howling Banshees for Harmony, hey? I wasn't expecting that. Nope, they're cancelled. Why not get some Seer cancel? Oh, do you not have... Oh, yeah, I think you have the bot. Bit of indecision here from Harmony. I mean, it's understandable. It's a tense and tight game. Farseer gets to the southwest. At least gets the decap. 39 to 137. Should be on the power here, maybe, Harmony, I think. Wraithguard will make short work of it. Where are the Banshees? Coming out of base. We still have that Eldritch available, of course. Could be a game-swinging nuke. Avatar has found some Plague Marines. Wailing Doom. The first one I've seen, I think. Here comes a Sorcerer. Not sure that was the best place. Almost took half of his hit points with that swing on retreat there. Blastmaster shots continue to go in. Do we have any webways? There's one there. I don't see an exit for it anywhere though. 39 to 135. Marcos Inc. CSM doing some really good damage to the Wraithguard with those Inferno bolts. Wraithguard trying to self-heal. Here come Heretics. Rangers getting way too close to stuff. What are they doing? Sniper units can sometimes behave strangely. Avatar is deep in enemy territory here. Needs to start moving now, I think. Autark being called in. Avatar needs to move. Taking a hell of a lot of damage. Going to lose it again. Took way too long, I think, to move. Autark should be tying up the Marcosine CSM. There she goes. Gets a little passive leap. Looks like the Avatar is going to survive. No, don't turn around. There we go. 23 to 135. Subjugated Banshees again. But it wears off. Now they are trying to chop up the Sorcerer who teleports the hell away. Cloud of Flyers goes off. Getting very, very tight now. 1-to-1 cap. Chaos Predator on the field for Cornholio. Oh man. Banshees, do they live? They do live. That's a lot of reinforcing to do though. Cornholio takes the mid. Harmony has so much resources. Lots of reinforcing to do though. Lots of healing for the Avatar to do as well. Now has another threat to deal with. Wraithguard will do some good damage to it, of course. But why not get some Fire Dragons? They'll do a lot of damage to pretty much everything. And you should be able to afford them. Yeah, you can. A little bit of indecision here. Maybe costing Harmony. Cornholio gets on the northeast VP. There's a single cap now. 23 to 113. Autark on the southwest though. These guys not trying to touch the power. They could have bashed it pretty fast with the Plague Marines and the CSM there. What am I hearing? Oh, these guys are trying to put up a shrine over here. Look at this. Might eat a grenade. Lots of dead Banshees there. Oh boy. Banshees taken out. I think that was a Blastmaster shot maybe. Yeah, Banshees were wiped, I think. Completely missed it, of course. Farseer, not sure what that gravity blade was. Maybe trying to catch the Sorcerer there. Sorcerer is taken out. Great Unclean One taking a lot of damage, and the Sorcerer can't teleport him because it would put him in even greater danger. I wonder if the Avatar can chase it back there. There's an Eldritch. Really good place to put it. Cornholio spotted it so quick. Avatar might be able to finish off this guy. A few hits will do it. Right Lance also getting shots. Yet the Avatar is going to take out the Great Unclean One. And we see the sync kill. Pretty awesome. Stabs it through the mouth after stabbing it through the chest. Oh, does it not do the damage explosion when you get the sync kill? Didn't see damage going on the Avatar. Might have just not been enough to be able to see easily. Right Lance is going to fall here. Down it goes. Crazy engagement at the end of the game here. And it's a 2-1 cap for Cornholio. 23 to 44. Autark has to flee. Farseer goes to the northeast. Good use of her time. I think she does have Spirit Stones up. And we do see a Seer Council. Here they are. Finally. I love these guys. Power melee weapons can jump into combat and passively buff themselves and nearby allies with some ranged damage resistance. Not sure if they can take in all of this stuff though. And a Blastmaster shot. When he drops one model, they get rid of the CSM. And now they're subjugated. I guess that's a reason not to get them, because of the Tome of Subjugation doing some work. They avoid some damage and now retreat. Avatar's back out. Didn't fully heal up though. 20 to 29, 2-1 cap here for Harmony. Sorcerer going after the Autark, who in turn is going after the Plague Marines, maybe trying to get a special on the capping model there. Couldn't quite manage it. And she has to be careful. Sorcerer will beat her down with that flame sword. Wraithguard aren't capping, getting some good damage on the tank lock. Some really good damage. Heretics able to get in. Rangers not so helpfully taking shots at the tank. Need to be shooting at the heretics, fellas. Oh, we do have another webway down here. 10 to 25. 2-1 cap here for the Great Cornholio. Farseer desperately trying to decap. The mid goes down. Avatar still around though. Circle of Summoning taking up its time. Should be just ignoring these bloodletters, I think. What are these rangers up to? You're going to disrupt the Blastmaster? Nope, I think they were just trying to cap. Remember that the players can't always see what we can see. Might not have known that the CSM were there. But this Avatar's taking so much damage now. 10 to 9, 1-1 cap. What is this? It's some Dire Avengers, oh man, being torn up by subjugated Seer Council. That's gotta hurt. 4 to 9. Harmony with the single cap. And gets it. Had no army at the end, but does get the win. What an awesome 1v1. Great play from both players. I thought Harmony's indecision at the end there would cost them, but was able to outmaneuver Cornholio at the end. Awesome stuff. Level 5 Sorcerer and a level 5 Farseer that was down. Fierce fighting. Very, very well played. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.